Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the starting 11 prediction show. It's West Ham United, it's Liverpool, it's David Moyes, it's Jurgen Klopp, and it is apparently a battle for top four. I kid you not. Liverpool, West Ham, a battle for top four. My word. I'm here, as I always am, to try and predict Jurgen Klopp's starting 11 for this one. And I do think that there's not going to be too many changes in this one. So I'm going to start off with Alisson Becker in goal. We know what he does. I don't need to talk about him. He's just a consistent, brilliant goalkeeper. Robertson will play left back, I think, in this game, alongside Jordan Henderson. I'm going to go Nat Phillips, partnering Jordan Henderson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I think if I look at this back five now, I think with West Ham's threat, I think Phillips is probably a good matchup for maybe coming up against David Moyes' West Ham side. I think, Aaron Cresswell's a good creator, good crosser of the ball and stuff like that. So maybe they'll be looking to whip the balls in, and Nat Phillips can deal with that. Jordan Henderson as well. Tall lad, taller than you think, Jordan Henderson anyway. And, I think about the back four, I think, we saw a great performance out of Trent Alexander-Arnold last time out against Tottenham Hotspur. And I expect to see him get down there, but not with reckless abandon. He's got to know that he'll leave space in behind. And I think he pitched that really well last time out. I think he was brave, he was attacking, he was showing his intent, but he didn't leave us open at the back. And part of that is due to the midfield that played against West Ham United. So I'm going to go with Gini in the six again. I really liked Gini's performance in the six. I thought he did give cover to both of the fullbacks where necessary, but equally as well, he was tenacious in the tackle. He was on the front foot defending when Tottenham Hotspur were looking to do counter-attacks and stuff like that. So that was a big part of Liverpool's win over Tottenham Hotspur. In the middle of the park with him, I'll go with Thiago, and I'm going to change it up, Kurt Jones. I'm a little bit unsure whether Jurgen will do this. I'm a little bit wary of James Milner playing 3 games in essentially 7 days at his age. And it's not to say that he can't do it. And then I start thinking about City and all that type of stuff coming up and Brighton and everything else. And I just wonder whether Jurgen might actually just push James Milner one more time, give him the midweek game against Brighton off and have him set up for Manchester City. But then equally, I kind of think we've got to get the points on the board now and at Brighton. So maybe rest James Milner and ask Kurt Jones to do the role that Milner was doing, and that's be out there, get down there, join up, create the overlap in whichever side of the pitch Liverpool are attacking. I thought that's what James Milner was able to give us midweek against Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm hoping that Kurt Jones can play a similar role to James Milner in that one. Obviously the other options is maybe as Xherdan Shaqiri and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but I fancy them as more the right side of midfield. And I wonder if just having that little bit of consistency with Thiago on that right-hand side for now can do us a solid. So, front three, I think is just as simple. It will be the front three. But what I want to see, just like we saw at the weekend, is making sure that Kurt and Thiago can get out wide and create a little bit of space for Bobby Firmino to drop into. And then you're asking a question mark of their midfielders and defenders, who picks Bobby up? Because when he was driving with the ball and we were seeing the runners ahead of him and Salah and Mane, that's when Bobby was at his absolute most dangerous midweek against Tottenham Hotspur. So I want to see more of that, absolutely. Substitutes, I think Kelleher, Reece Williams. Obviously, I'm going to go that no Joel Matip, no Fabinho. Jurgen's already said in his press conference there will be no Fabinho for this game. Joel Matip, we still don't know the results of the scan at time of filming, but I'm guessing that he's not going to be available either. So Reece with Costas and Nico Williams would be the 3 defenders and the goalkeeper. Then you've got James Milner if you need him, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Xherdan Shaqiri, Takumi Minamino and Divock Origi. And again, for me, let's talk it through then. Ox needs games. He could absolutely come into this one. I wouldn't even be too surprised, but if he does, then I think it's probably something a little bit like that, where you get Ox on the right-hand side, Thiago on the left-hand side. I can see that, don't get me wrong, I can definitely see that. Equally, Shaqiri could come in for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, play that side of the midfield again. Taki Minamino could come in, maybe he could play that left-sided midfielder if you wanted, although it does look right now like he's just being bombed out, because I've got no idea what he needs to do to get a game, because last time he played against Crystal Palace from the start, I thought he was pretty damn good. In fact, I'm not even sure that was the last time he played, but I think it was from the start anyway. Other than that, I mean, the big one, look, if James Milner can go again and you're comfortable with him going again, then I'd love to see that, because that midfield was the basis for everything that Liverpool did brilliantly against Tottenham, and there was loads of bright sparks. And James Milner, I thought, was absolutely fantastic. He was everywhere, man. It didn't matter, and he was giving Robbo that ability to go forward. He was helping Trent on the overlap when he was getting on that right-hand side and stuff. if he can play 3 games in 7 days and go again at Brighton and go again at Manchester City next week, do it. If he can play 3 games in 7 days and just go ahead against West Ham, do it. Maybe give him the midweek off against Brighton. But I'm just hedging my bets a little bit and going, you know what, Kurt's done well for us this season. Let's see what he can do in this game. So there you go. Let us know your starting 11s in the comments section. What's right with mine? What's wrong with mine? Could we see something a little bit crazy? Maybe one of the front 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and make sure you get back here Sunday for the watch along. Thank you very much and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra.